So here I am in the editing studio. First thing we need to do then is create a new project with CapCut. And of course it needs a new open version. So here I am in the editing studio. First thing I need to do is create a new project in CapCut. And drag in our videos from the sound camera. So this is the camera that has the microphones attached. So spotted a small or major malfunction with the microphone about halfway through filming. So I want to see then if I can recover some of the sound using some of the voice isolation, noise reduction features that we have in CapCut. So let's pull one up to test. Let's first of all order these by time created. So we've got our first video. So let's try one. Let's try where Andrew does a piece to camera. Let's check out what sound we've got.
Welcome to Andrew's Angling. Join us again on the Monnow.
So the microphone hasn't picked it up, it's just the camera microphone.
So if you watch the last video,
let's see what happens if we do a bit of editing. So let's go to audio. Let's try enhancing the voice, see what we get. So about halfway through we noticed the first microphone had malfunctioned, so we swapped microphones. So later in the video we've got good quality sound. But I want to see if I can salvage some of the sound from the other part of the video. So let's try this then with enhanced voice.
welcome to Andrew's Angling. Join us again.
There we go. Look at that.
In Monnow.
Totally
Again
salvageable.
fishing for chub. So if you watch the last video,
Right then, let's put this together. See you later.
we did get
Testing. Hello.
in Monmouth. We're again fishing for chub. So if you watch the last.
So I think here, just with enhanced voice and reduced noise, I think we've got good enough sound quality to press on. Fantastic. So my approach then is to set up a static camera or two static cameras, and then with a handheld camera I can get things like the filler shots, the B shots, and then to give us this variety of angles. So we've got the main static camera, and then from the handheld camera I can then edit it so we've got two angles going to the same piece to camera. So what I want to do is line it up perfectly. Using the sound is often the best way, or any particular movement.
Welcome to Andrew's Angling. You join us again on the Monnow.
So, as he says, welcome to Andrew's Angling, I can line that up and zoom it in so we can see the sound peaks better. So, let's have a look.
Welcome to Andrew's Angling.
So that needs to go over slightly.
Welcome to Andrew's Angling. Join us again on the Monmouth. We're again fishing for chub. So if you watch the last
So
video,
I'll just tweak that and you'll see the finished result in the full video on Andrew's Angling.
Okay, come in.
Step back slightly so your head pointing shot. Yeah.
So, ready? Welcome to Andrew's Angling. You join us again on the Monnow in Monmouth. We're again fishing for chub. So if you watch the last video, I'll link it above hopefully. We didn't get any bites really till some late afternoon or evening. It's getting a bit dark, we started picking up bites and a fish. So we decided this time we're going to come back a few hours later. So it's now approaching 5 o'clock, should be getting dark fairly soon, and hopefully get a few more bites. Let's see what happens. Ready? What a lovely, lovely attitude it is. We're now in September, so it's late summer, early autumn. Had a bit of rain, but the river here at the Monnow, looks a bit shallow still. Didn't know. Well, let's try for some trouble as the evening goes on. Let's see what happens.
I'm a big fan of the arrival shots, so some version of this will be in the final version. It really sets the scene, shows where we are, what we're doing. An edited version of this will be in the final video with some intro music. Maybe something like that. So as Andrew's setting up his fishing gear, I'm thinking about where I can place some cameras, what shots I can get, what the second shots I can get, shots of the wildlife, shots of the river, to really put this video together. So these shots of the swans will come in very useful later on for making transition shots. So there I am setting up the third camera, or the second static camera, just to get some breakaway shots, just to break up the action, cut to that camera, just to make the whole video a bit more dynamic.
So I'm just adding a few pellets, basic coarse pellets. And I flavoured these with Sonia Bates cheesy garlic liquid. So I'm just letting them soften a bit now. And these should go in the cage feeder, just to give a bit of attraction out there. Don't want to feed too much, trying to catch them rather than give them a good feeding. But they should be on the munch now, ready for the winter.
Making a film about.
Fishing?
Yeah. For any particular.
No, it's a YouTube channel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's good. Yeah. I didn't know you were allowed to fish here.
Yes,
Yes, this stretch, yeah.
There was a time back in the summer when there used to be 7 big fishes here every day.
Yeah, the chub that we're after.
Yeah.
It's usually 4 or 5 hanging around here. Let's try one of let's try these garlic cheesy liver pellets.
Okay, you can
I can do it.
feel free to talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying some big fish river cheese and garlic pellets from Dynamite. Never used these before. So I soaked them in a little bit of hemp oil with garlic and cheese. So these things really pong now. These are 12 mil, so maybe a little bit bigger than I'd like to use, but we'll give them a go. They do smell delicious. I can't see Chubba missing one of these. So I just go directly hook it.
Oh, something like that.
Just directly hook. That is swimming in oil. Just like the spawns on this wave pond, they can be a bit of a nuisance. So we keep casting out, recasting every 20 minutes or so. Try and build the swim up a bit. But I'm not put too much food out at first to see if we can get a bit of action. I know the chub in this spot can get a little bit cute at times. So past experience tells me that right next to the bridge will be quite snaggy. So the fish and hang out over there. The place I've had plenty of bites, but actually I've never actually caught a fish in this spot. I've hooked a few, but they always find the snags. Hopefully this time a bit luckier. If we fish between that pipe and the water measure, that little ruler thing over there, I don't think it's too snag. Well, on these rivers, you've got to expect there's a bit of tackle. There's always snags, rocks, trees and logs get washed in all the time. You never really know what's in front of you sometimes. You know one of it? Let's see. I'll get like around 20 minutes or so. So if we start getting a few bites, so I think there's some fish out there, and I think we need a bit more feed. What I can do is just take the pellets, these dampened pellets, take the top of the bridge, and I can just throw them over roughly where we're fishing. That's the advantage of fishing river you've got access to. You can just drop bait off there. I get from the bridge cam. Right, it's 2 cameras on if you catch the fish. Okay. Yeah, I do know I like to net.
So here we have just a few shots from the bridge looking down on Andrew, our angler. I can cut these in then to break up the action when I'm putting the whole video together. So here I've decided I'd move that second static camera over onto the rocks, get a mid-river shot. So I'm thinking if we catch a fish anytime soon, if we get a shot from the middle of the river, then splice that in from the other camera, my handheld camera, we can have a beautiful piece of film. So let's see how that goes. Let's set it up there. Get a lovely shot across the river. Right then, let's see how that looks. Okay, it's looking good. Could be a very useful shot to cut in once we got a fish on that line.
Well, we had one little knock. Let's see if we can get it happening again. It's a good sign. I know there's chub down here. I'm pretty sure they kind of patrol around the far bank. A bit more shadow there. I think there's a little bit more depth. And there's certainly some weed out there, some silkweed. And the people here always tell me when they walk across the bridge, they see some 4 or 5 nice big fish circling around the legs here of the bridge. People don't know what they are, but they're sort of chub. And we're in. There he's out to the main flow. at the feeding area. I don't think it's a big one, but let's get him in. We're being a bit careful because there are a few snags in this area, particularly by the bridge, so I think we're going to be okay just here. Make sure we can kick a few runs. Oh, my old faithful cheese paste. This is the recipe. It's actually the same block I made last winter. Put it in the freezer since, what was it, March, I think it was.
We can see that third camera. It's worked an absolute treat here. But as you can see, I've come into shot just there. So I'll just have to edit that bit out and we put the full finished video together.
There we go. Oh, there was a few pounds. Oh, quite a big fish. Yeah, the net's wet enough really, but that's just... I've always got a bucket of water ready. Just make sure everything is... No, stop. I'm in shadow. You bet it's nice and damp. Nice and damp. Oh, we just hooked up. Look at that, just in the side of the lip there.
So there we have it. That's basically how I go about making these fishing videos. There's about 4 hours of footage I've got to edit. Got to go and sort of snip out all the bits that I'm in currently from making this how I make videos video. Put it all together, it tells a nice story from the beginning to the end. Put some music over in the right places. And in about a week's time, I'd say, the final video will be released on Andrew's Angling. Thank you very much.